Yep, there it is. What's going on, world? Back at it. For some reason, the live from like 10:30, like earlier in the morning. I guess it's not early, but from the morning was cut short. And also it's because I had here, let me show you. I kind of had this. It wasn't at this particular bench, but the last one at the other part. It was like lodged in those. You see these? I had it placed right here. Now my thing was, I don't know if the phone itself overheated, because I feel like if it overheats, it shuts off by itself, which it didn't do. But also, I don't know if there's like a giant bug that hit the button for me. So if I go back there, I have to prop my phone a certain way. Also, I might grab a soda because I'm looking at this can right here. I might grab me a soda, but I don't really need it. It's just one of those kind of filling the void kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those fill the void and have something to drink on the side. The park fountain is not bad, but oh, so anyway, back to the title. Title's interesting because I'm sitting here at the library and I'm like, kind of a long story. Matter of fact, let me walk and explain it. I'm over there, and I don't know what happened, but I guess like right when I used the bathroom, the damn thing like flooded. So I'm like, okay, I don't. This isn't me. And soon I'll you gotta take my word for it. As soon as I get in there, water level seems normal. I hit the handle, the water rises, and I'm like, oh, is something stuck in there? So I don't know why I hit it twice. I should have just left it alone, probably, but I hit it twice, and then it kind of rose up more. I don't know if it flooded more. I don't know if it is just stuck at the rim, but I guess someone who went after me, which sucks because obviously the librarians know who went before the guy, or who went, yeah, the guy who went, the person who went before the guy who went in and saw the whole flooding or the water rising. The librarians would know that I went before him, basically, which kind of sucks. But I didn't take no dump in there or nothing. But anyway, I said what I have to say. I get in there and like, excuse me, he goes in there and he sees it, and then they take the key away because you need a special key to get inside. And I'm like, fuck. So I guess there's no bathroom access. Now my thing is, I like going to that bathroom because it's like I could just leave my stuff on the table, and then uh, just walk in and out because like all the people there kind of know me and they're pretty cool about it. And it's just a chill area. It's just a very chill vibe in the area. But then now that situation kind of happened. Now the thing is, the whole morning I've been having to go run back and forth to the park bathroom. So I'm like, dang, I gotta keep going here. And it kind of sucks for me. Hold on. Beliquis Sadiq, what's going on, Sadiq? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, so it's really, I don't know, it kind of messed me up a little bit. Um, kind of messed me up because the thing is, it's the summertime stench. Like I'm just sitting there in the park bathroom, and it's like the flushing button barely works in there. This is the urinal we're talking about, and like this, the stench itself just keeps on building. Everyone has to go in, and it's almost like I can't hold my breath for that long sometimes, especially if I've drinking a whole bunch of water. Like I had a coffee earlier, so it's just a whole, I don't know, it's a whole thing. But also it's the summertime stench, man. That shit is just fucking with me. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of struggling with it, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if you wrote a character. Sadiq, let me know if you wrote a character in there because it only says Z. But let me know if you're still there, Sadiq. Because if you're using certain characters, it's only translating as a Z and a comma. But let me know. Let me know. But yeah, appreciate you being here though. If I didn't say it before, I appreciate you being here. So I might have to grab like a little something. If anything, I might grab an ice cream. I don't know if that's open. Let me walk past it. If they're open, I might grab some. I don't think they do smoothies and shit, but I might grab some. I don't know. It's just one of them weeks, man. I also spent I was alternating 2 credit cards and a debit card yesterday at the card shop. You know what I'm saying? Because like I wanted to win at the claw machine. That shit is addictive, man. That shit is like the real that's like that's my gambling. So I don't know, that's my problem. If that makes sense. But yeah, my bad. That's pretty much my gambling is a claw machine, if that makes sense. Oh, I was like, why is the window open? But yeah, that's how it's looking, man. Is what it is. Happy birthday to Tupac, you know? Happy birthday to Tupac, right? Let me see if they're open. How's this? Oh, I don't know. I'm about to ask. All right. Oh. Are you guys open?
Not right now. We don't have our ice cream delivery yet.
Gotcha.
Back, so maybe come back around like 3-ish.
3? Okay. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I guess they're not open till 3. Let me see. I got 40 some minutes. I guess 40. That ain't bad. 40 minutes. I might grab coffee. I don't. I mean, not a coffee. Ice cream. I don't know if they got smoothies or what. Like I'm trying to think of like what would they have. I don't know. Shit don't matter. Shit don't matter to me. Shit don't matter to me. I'll get what I can get over there. But yeah, it's weird, man. Like I don't know why my phone cut off. That was the other thing. Like I'm trying to get to my hour mark. I was around 40 some minutes. You know what I'm saying? Get my 40 some minutes in. And then I know it just shuts off. I was like, why is it giving me the screen? Like, congrats, you got 1 new subscriber. And I'm like, wait, this isn't even over yet. But anyway, we're gonna try it again. Same location. I think I'll do something different. Like I won't prop up or I won't prop the phone inside of the bench's crevices or whatever. I'll just have it out. Like, I normally just have the backpack. Backpack would be laid out. Also, the sun is more west, so that kind of plays a role. It's some overcast today, so it's not like direct heat sunlight, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, it's decent lighting. That's the other thing, too. It's good lighting. So, I'm okay with that. Gotta watch where I'm stepping. That's all really the thing. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, somebody moved the bench, too. That's pretty cool. You got the fresh bird scat. That's crazy. All right, here we go. Get situated up here. Angle, what's going on? This bench is decimated, but it's all right. Angle said, "You're sad. Why you sad, Angle? What happened, bro? I don't know if I could help you with that. Damn, I gotta push this. Hold on. I might have to push you right here. All right, there we go. I don't even know if he's still in the chat. Let me know if you're still there, Angle. What's going on with you, bro? What you sad for? What you sad for, man? You know, you got a lot to. Let me know whether or not you got a lot to be happy about. You got something to live for, man. You have toughs and hurting yourself. What do you mean by that, bro? I hope you don't mean what I think you're saying, man. You shouldn't go down that path either way. You feel me? It was here a while ago. Do I want to sit here? I don't know if I want to swap benches. But be careful, man. Don't do that to yourself. Hurting yourself. If you're hurting yourself to rebuild yourself, I'm okay with that because that's pretty much what working out is about. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna reread what you said. You said you have toughs in hurting myself. I don't know what that means exactly, but when it comes to self-improvement, you do break yourself down to rebuild yourself. So hopefully what you're speaking about is in terms of rebuilding yourself. If not, man, you got to stop hurting yourself. You know what I mean? It's easier said than done. You got to find a reason, kind of, saying, find a reason to love yourself or find a reason to, you know, stop hurting yourself because you need your body, your mental, your spirit, all three of them in tandem, right? And you don't want to hurt either of them in the process of getting somewhere unless you're rebuilding something. What's interesting about the human body is you got to break it down just to yeah, I'm about to move benches because this joint here is like hella bird dookie. I'm out of here, bro. Dude was sitting here casually too. I'm like, oh, it's just too much bird scat for me. I don't know. Let me get on this side. Too much bird scat for me. Can't do it. If the phone slide, it's OV. If the phone slide, it's OV. Because the bird scat right there. Crazy, right? It's crazy how it works. But yeah, man, if you're breaking the body down, that's a form of hurting yourself. But at the same time, that's the body. You got to do it with intentions. You got to do it with positive intentions. If you have positive intentions of rebuilding yourself, if not building yourself in general, that's why you would hurt yourself, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It sounds weird. Like I don't want to disagree with the sentiment of hurting yourself, but at the same time, understand that there should be good and positive intentions behind it. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. Also, hopefully, like I said, the live is propped up in the best way possible. So the fact that it's this way, I hope it doesn't shut off on me. So hopefully it just stays the way it needs to be. Like that's what I want. I want the live to be what it is right now. I need it to stay the way it is. So like I said, every time I walk through the park, motherfuckers be leaving the dookie out here. You gotta check the bottom of the shoes every time. I think we good. We good money for now. But take care of yourself, man. Like I know Angle may or may not be in the chat still, and whether they are or not, the message is the same to everybody. Like, if you're hurting yourself, you got to be rebuilding yourself. You got to be building yourself up. Don't just hurt yourself just to hurt yourself, man. Some people do it like it's fun, like it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, it's like if you're doing that for other people's entertainment, that's kind of like on Jackass. Steve-O and all those guys. That's kind of like that. What's going on? Nobody's back in here. How you doing, man? Welcome back. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here, man. I'm just enjoying myself, today. My I did a live stream in the morning. My phone cut out, so it only stopped at like 40 something minutes. So I need to get my hours back in, right? So I don't know why it stopped me at 40, but nonetheless, the video exists. It's up there. So we're gonna get back rolling with all this stuff, truancy hour things, and trying to get back on track. But other than that, I will say I was at the library getting some work done. I had to use the bathroom. The bathroom key wasn't, or they took away the bathroom key because the bathroom was flooding. So I was like, damn, I gotta leave. So I walked to the park. I decided let me put the mic back on. Let's get back to work. Let's get back to it. TCR Scott, welcome back. TCR, welcome back, bro. I remember your name too. I think you changed your profile picture. How was the day? The day's been all right, man. It's been productive more or less. I got I uploaded some videos, emptied out my laptop, so I got more data space available, and then did some editing for Beyblade meet I did yesterday, Sunday meet. I don't know what week we're on, 14 or something like that. I think week 14. But yeah, man. So I'm happy about that. I'm feeling real good about it. The thing was, I have the actual, all the videos cropped out where I need them to be in like certain sections. But now I have to combine the videos and clips and then create like a larger actual video of the vlog. So you're gonna see us working on the crane. There's like a crane game, like a claw machine, and then we're working on that, trying to get these prizes, trying to get an old golden egg. As much as like you'll see like full, not necessarily full length, but more full length Beyblade matches. Kind of just like these are practice scrimmages. These aren't like ranked matches or unranked events, but this is more of a casual meet. But you'll see some of that stuff. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it, TCR Scott. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, man. Appreciate you guys dropping in all the time. Yeah, man. I'm trying to stay consistent. I was saying this in the last one, but I don't know if you guys know. I'm gonna stop doing the recaps. So I was doing the recaps earlier for Kill Tony on Tuesday mornings after Monday night, and then today would be like a finals game. So today would be game 5 of the finals for NBA, and like I would normally probably at night go do like a quick recap of what happened. Oh, what did I just see? Things like that. But I might just hop on live just because, right? So I realized listening back to people like Nobody and like other people that were in my live chat a long time ago just conversing with me. A lot of people are just like, I like that your channel just stays to what it is and not what I think it needs to be. So I'm trying to get back to that essence of, what I'm saying, just staying true to whatever's happening today, whatever I'm feeling. That ends up being the title, that ends up being the mood. We just go off the flow of that. You're excited to see more Beyblade vids and streams. So it's interesting, Nobody, because I was going back into the archives of what I had created. So I typed in the word, I think I typed in the word Beyblade in my own account to see what the earliest video was. Some of the earliest videos were stuff I was doing at the house, but the earliest, like the first tournament I ever went to, like publicly putting myself out there and then going to tournaments publicly, and then also filming what I could. Technically, it was July 27th last year. So I'm thinking around August, I'm probably going to retire. So when I say retire, I think more so like I'm going to retire from buying the blades, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I feel like I'm still going to hang out and participate, but I think the actual content of Beyblade will probably stop around the end of summer, beginning of fall. Like I got to double check. There's a couple tournaments that I had filmed. There's a couple matches that I had filmed. I had did like a few seconds at a time, a few minutes at a time. But I do have I think it's, if you look up Coma versus Expo 89, that was my first footage that I had filmed at a public tournament, you know what I'm saying, WBL public tournament. So because that's like my first thing and it was July 27th, I'm going to make my supposed retirement timeline around August or end of July. But I'm probably just going to more so retire from actually purchasing it, because that's costing me money, bro. Like I'm spending a whole bunch of money. I'm building credit, don't get me wrong. I'm building credit like buying it and like participating in the hobby. But whatever releases come after that, I think I'm done. Like I ain't spending that much money on it. I think going to the gym is actually cheaper. So I might film gym stuff, but I also like, I really enjoy like the video game hobby stuff that I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking of. That's where my mind is at. My bad. You love the videos, TCR? The thing is, I'm still gonna do them. I'm just probably not gonna do like all the buying stuff, if that makes sense. Personal things, but I don't care. But we're having a, oh, what, having a baby. And since you're my favorite streamer, I thought I could. Yo, I'm proud of you, bro. Shout out to nobody having a baby. Do you how early is it? Like how many months or what I guess I'm assuming it's the first trimester. If you just now found out, is that what they call it? First, yeah, first try. That's crazy, man. I'm proud, bro. I'm happy. But yeah, TCR and both TCR and nobody. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep making the videos, which is interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on creating like Beyblade stuff at the house, and then like the actual stuff that you see, like pretty much all the Beyblade stuff is gonna go up until about August, September, and then that's when it cuts off. So after it cuts off, you won't see it for a while, but you might see it in spurts throughout the years, like a throwback of something that happened last year. So that's what you might end up seeing. We found, oh, you found out a week ago. Okay. Do you know how many months in she is? I guess like, yeah, because you know, like you don't. There's like the week of insemination, obviously, right? And then I'm using technical terms. There's the week of insemination, and then you have the following days where it's like it actually shows that there's like a body, or you know what I'm saying, like a little baby in there, right? Yeah, maybe 1 or 2. Interesting. Okay, okay, yeah, 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, that makes sense. I don't be knowing my stuff like that. I know some people be finding out like, yeah, I think around 4 weeks in, 3, 4 weeks in or something. That's pretty early though. That's good. Was she feeling pain or something? Was that what it was? That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I like that, man. Congrats, bro. Congrats to you. You don't got to retract it, man. I know you came back in, hit the high. That's all right, TCR. You didn't got to retract it. Appreciate both of you guys being here as always, man. I'm just here to chop it up, you know, kind of just reflect on whatnot, what's going on and whatnot, and yeah. And you know, it's interesting. I'm also being more cognizant or more aware of my time because, for example, when I stopped the Pokemon card stuff, I low key need something to drink. I can feel it right now. When I stopped the Pokemon card stuff, that's when like I was kind of in limbo, and then I figured out the Beyblade stuff. So there was a gap of time. So I'm giving myself whatever time I need in the middle of it. But we'll see if I end up doing the streaming stuff. I might actually show my face for the streams, but I don't really know yet because I can do both YouTube and Twitch. I just need the actual connection at the house, which is going to be kind of hard to come by. So I had to reapply for the hotspot, like the little free hotspot router. But we'll see how that goes, man. So what are you doing in your stream for this one, or just in general? Because I think in general, I'm just hanging out now. You know, I'm going to check in with subs and just tap in with people, just reflect on life, and oh, also like in my community posts, I've been posting up little subjects, like little prompts that maybe I'll start working on. So I put one of the polls out, one of the community posts, one of the polls you can vote on, and I put it out there just to see what people wanted to see. Right so far, I think there's like a unanimous vote on one of them. I won't say what it is, But yeah, we'll see, man. I think there's like that was last time I checked. There's at least two people, two or I think one or two people that voted on one specific topic. And I think from there I'm gonna just start doing like a little community post, and then based off of that, start speaking on it. But that's just where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna slowly work on the live stream stuff. These are gonna be consistent episodes. I'm already at 100 some episodes of these Truancy hour joints, but at the same time, it's like even though like I'm at this 100, it only took about what's the word I'm looking for? I started doing these around January, so about 5 to 6 months in, I finally got to 100 episodes. 100 recordings. Could have did more if I did like one or two throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Right now we're just at where we're at, so I'm taking it for what it is. But yeah, yo, Big Dino Nugget, I appreciate that you always drop in, man. But you got to say you got to say more things than just the same thing, man. Because you're gonna be recognized as a bot at this point. If it's recognized as a bot, you end up getting banned. So that's what ends up happening when you repeat the same thing on multiple channels. Actually, I knew there was a dude that used to. I wonder if he has an extra account, but he used to just say what's up in the live chat. He used to just hang out. But I realized that all of his comments got deleted and his account got deleted as well. So when I realized the account got deleted, I'm like, oh, I messaged him on Discord, like, what happened, bro? He said, I don't know, man. YouTube just took away my account. I don't know what happened. But he might have just been spamming, creating content, but also spamming comments as well. So you got to be careful when you leave stuff like that, because people will flag you, by themselves. Just seeing weird shit like that. People who don't like what you're posting. Because I don't really care. You can hang out, but yeah, some people end up losing their accounts. It's kind of crazy. My Discord, man. I don't even remember what my Discord is. It might be the same name as this. Look up. Try to look up the same name that my YouTube is. Just look up Cinco Bane or something. It should be on there. I gotta double check. I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even know. Excuse me. Look, you need to get something to drink. Get dehydrated, bro. You know. I probably just need to blow my nose too. That's probably what it is. Yeah, forgive me. That's probably really what it is. I'm gonna hit the mute. I ain't trying to blow my nose on the mic. Keeping little papers on me. Oh, you sent a friend request? All right, I'm gonna check it. Cause yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think that's what it is. I'm still on the mic, but I'm gonna see how far this goes because I'm gonna throw this in the trash. I gotta watch where I'm stepping, y'all. Cause they be leaving dog dookie out here. I seen some of the kids do that, but I blame them. But I know they be leaving shit for the other little brother to come pick up. They let the dog take a dump, and then he's like, "Hey man, go pick that up. It's over there somewhere." Like a janky trash can with no opening. It's probably the best one because it's concealed. That's my theory at least. Got to keep an eye on my shit. I don't know if you can even see me in view. I don't know if you can see me in view. But yeah, I'm about to walk back out. Sure, ain't stepping on nothing, man. That's why I stopped, for like a couple of days, damn near a week. I stopped showing up to this park because I kept stepping on some shit. I was like, motherfuckers be leaving this? And one of them was like snug right next to the bench's legs, like the table. I'm like, come on, man. Why are they doing this to me? But it happened. So yeah. Your phone's almost dead. You got to go. Oh, my bad. Dropping later. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate you, man. I'm here chilling. So I might do another one right before the finals. See if I have the time and the energy for it. But A lot of times I like to just go home and relax a bit. So relax and watch the game. It's also on that channel 4, so I could just chill and watch it from the bed. Got the regular cable up in the room, so got the antenna. You know what I'm saying? The antenna you just screw it in the back. Got that. But yeah, man, I'm doing all right, man. I'm living all right. I can't complain really. You know, doing things the best I can. It kind of sucks right now because your boy's unemployed, but I'm doing my best to push that. I'm getting close to that 3K realistically. Getting close to that 3K. We shooting for 4, but I'll take what I can get. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful either way. I'm grateful for anything happening. You know what I'm saying? People dropping in and out the live, people saying what's up, people checking on me. You feel me? Like all that's happening. I'm grateful for all of it. I can't even complain. I can't even complain. Everything that's happening. Sometimes I ask myself like whether or not I can keep up with everything that's happening, keep up with myself on my own production because, like a couple days ago, I was like going to the hospital just to use the Wi-Fi, and when I was using the Wi-Fi over there, um, it was just slow. So then I had someone log in for me that worked there. I was like, "Can you log in for me?" They logged in. They have faster Wi-Fi for the people that work there. Ended up using someone else's account or whatever on the login. Started moving faster. Uploaded 2 videos. I had like 6 more on deck in just in my library in my folder. Knocked those 6 out this morning, and then I was just chilling doing my editing. But I'm like every Monday, you know what I'm saying? Every Monday, pretty much after Sundays, I'm just consistently putting work in. Make sure I got some files that I have on hand that I need to work on. Some things I need to load up. You know what I'm saying? Upload them joints while I work on the side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here distracting myself with these podcasts sometimes, but I gotta stay focused at the end of the day. Have something playing in the background. It's important, but at the same time, you don't need to do it. You don't gotta do that all the time. So I like simultaneously doing things. I think it's productive sometimes to kind of just focus on I focus on the game. Like that's why I tap in with the Sports Fury. Sports Fury, those guys will do live play by play of the game. Talk about the play. They'll sit there and they'll be like Turner passes, da da da. Someone dishes, goes for the layup and one. You know what I'm saying? So they'll sit there and announce the game. And as the game's being announced, while I'm playing that on the phone, I have the TV on and I'm just recording off of the Elgato. So all of it's happening at the same time. I'm just doing things simultaneously, but I try to be very productive and creative with the time. Very efficient. You know what I'm saying? Very time efficient. That's just where I'm at with it. But yeah, let me make sure I didn't miss nothing. I didn't miss nothing. I gotta double check sometimes. I like stepping away. Like I said, I like walking through the little. It's beautiful, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? If you're dropping in and out, it's beautiful, ain't it? Beautiful part. Hold on, if I get out the view, you get out the view. You see that? The clouds get in there, so that's why I like stepping backwards. You can see the whole view. If I get a little more down, it's a lot better. It looks a whole lot better if I just stand from far away, because then you get all the clouds up here too. It looks a lot better on the phone. Like in person, it just look kind of chunky, but for whatever reason, that angle right there, where you can see all the clouds up, like what I'm saying, looking like foam, right between the trees. So we got the big tree right here. Technically, there's 2 big trees, left to right, but it's going between a certain type. Hold on, my bad. I'm looking the little evergreen right here. So it's to the right of the evergreen. Let me see. Am I looking at that right? It looks different on your screen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look different from far away. But yeah, pretty much that's what's going on. Yeah. Oh, you put your phone on charge? Oh yeah, I'm chilling too, man. I'm just chilling too, man. You know me. I'm hanging out. Like I said, I try to put my hours in. This is what it looks like, man. Put my hours in, just hanging out. Cause I say this all the time. This is the whole. Let me stand to the hold on. Let me stand to the side so that way you can catch the little clouds right here. You know what I'm saying? Look like I'm doing the weather. Bam. Hold on. There it is. There it is. Stand to the side like I'm doing the weather type shit. I say this all the time, man. Like, if I'm not doing something productive at the house, if I'm not doing something productive at the library, if I'm not doing something productive at the gym, normally I would walk outside. You gotta understand. Normally I'd walk to the park. Normally I'd walk down to the water. Normally I'd walk down to the little pond and might throw some snacks at the ducks. Normally I'd be at the house, whatever. I'd be in the neighborhood somewhere. I'd be somewhere grabbing something to eat. I'd be somewhere grabbing like a cup of coffee. I'd be somewhere doing something. But I was like, wait, why not just bring the mic with you? Why not? Like I said, I'm not monetized, but the idea is to monetize your life. Why not just I already have these thoughts kind of going through my head, whether they're right or wrong. Sometimes there's you get a little self-righteous and you start thinking to yourself like you got all the answers, but you don't really share that with people. So like I said, when I start talking to people, whether it's on here where I'm talking to you or someone else, I start talking to you guys and people hold me accountable to what it is I'm thinking. And then I start, okay, this is a way to keep me accountable for my thoughts and like how I'm moving right now. You know what I'm saying? I could sit there and be like, oh, should I grab something at the store? Should I get something to drink? Every now and again, a subscriber or somebody would be like, you know, man, you can go if you want to, but if you need to save money, save money. So, you know, you get reasonable conversations with people. So it's kind of really interesting. That's just the way I want to live my life on the streams, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. We live near a creek with a balcony, like right by the water. At sunset, me and wife go sit out there. It's so peaceful. Yeah, man. And you know, I like the sound of that. You know, that reminds me. There's a little spot by Lake Washington over here that I used to take people to because I was like, yo, I love this spot. Like I used to just kind of come here and smoke by myself. But you know, a lot of times you try to reach out to people like, hey, come hang out with me, or hey, let's go hang out. I want to show you a little spot that I found, or a little place by the water we could just chill and hang out, whatever. And sometimes, you know, people are either too busy or they just don't want to. They don't want to be outside. They don't want to be social, which is fair. So I end up finding these spots by myself, and I'm like, the whole time, all these years, I should have been doing this YouTube live stuff. I should have been out there, but you know, I need to walk around with actual Wi-Fi hotspot so I can get like a better connection everywhere I go. Um, it ain't perfect, but it would help is what I'm trying to say. So I need to start doing that a little more. But I find little spots, you know, in nature. I like being out in the park by the trees because everything is just it's just smooth right now. You know, you see this, man? It don't get better than this. You know, birds is out here chilling. You know what I mean? Looking for funyuns. The same crows are looking for funyuns, which is funny because I fed them last time. Oh, and the little baby birds. Baby birds been following me everywhere, which is funny as hell. But you're talking about the peaceful stuff. I was trying to like access this one spot. It's by oh, that's all I'm saying, by Lake Washington. Kind of not on this side, but more a little north, a little more north. Um, Kind of near Madison Park or whatever. But anyway, on that side, I found that spot. That's also where I seen one of the first like. So I don't know if you could see the top of that tree. That one right there. That's how close I was to this eagle. So sometimes these eagles that perch like really close to the lake. It's not it's kind of rare. It's more rare than anything, but that was the first time I met the eagle. That was a crown chalker right there. That was the seventh animal I found. You know, that was the seventh animal that I had met and was sitting there just talking with me. I was like, oh, that's the eagle. That's the top of the crown. But you know, he's also the root of whatever the new pattern is, because you know how it is. You play piano, C is the beginning, but it's also the end. But C is also the beginning of a next. You know what I'm saying? Chromatic scale. You know, chromatic scale joint from C to C. 12 to 13s, you know. 1 2s and the 1 3s, man. 1s and 2s and 1s and 3s. That's that music theory, man. But that's where I'm at with it. So yeah. We tapped in with the clouds though. Clouds and trees, man. Sky's doing good right now. Air's good right now. Why can't I be happy, bro? Gotta be proud of this. You know? Good time. Good time, man. Hey, you know what's kind of funny too? I be looking at like the patches in the grass. So some patches in the grass are a little taller than others. And you know there's a lot more dookie over there. Man. You can already know, like, this is the remnants. The remnants be on these little patches. It's like, oh, there was this spot. Now you got to hit a new one. You got to hit a new one. You got to mark the spot every time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I was leaving Chinatown the other day. I'm leaving Chinatown because I was leaving the, what's it called? I was leaving the Tabletop Village. So I'm leaving that place. And then I'm walking past. I don't know, it's like King Street or something. I'm over here. I mean, Chinatown fucked up right now, man. I walk. Yo, there's a whole chunk of human, you know, dookie just right out the corner on the side of the building. I'm like, man, we gotta do better. What are we doing here? Left the whole thing on the side, like a whole heaping Cleveland steamer looking pile. I was like, this thing is all coiled up and shit. I was mad as hell. Like, it wasn't in, don't get me wrong, it wasn't in the way. It was on the side of the building. But I could just imagine a little kid, you know, kid be playing tag on the corner and then he runs around the corner. If he's running the corner and he's right, hugged up against the building, it's over. He's stepping all up in that left foot, all up in that joint, all up in the coiled Cleveland steamer. It's over. You know what I'm saying? NYC. No, man, I'm in Seattle, bro. You know, I'm in Seattle. I got this when I was I actually got this when I visited New York. I visited New York. Was that last year? It was like last year, bro. Last year in I forget what month that was, but I got to go watch. Somebody can cross reference this. You can watch. I watched New York Knicks versus Detroit Pistons at the MSG, and then I went to the MSG later in the week again twice, and I watched the New York Rangers versus Columbus Blue Jackets. But that whatever week that was, I don't remember. It was like kind of the end of winter or the dead of winter, kind of in the middle. I forget exactly, but I went there and I was like, I need to go visit NYU, New York University. I need to go see Columbia. You know what I'm saying? I need to see both campuses. I need to go buy some Knicks gear at the MSG for my dad and my cousin because they're fans of that. I got a Jets hat for my brother. You know what I'm saying? I was just going around the whole city, just grabbing shit. I went up to the Bronx, White Plains Road, you know, right up there by what's that joint? Where they got the Dominican food. Got me some Dominican food and I got me some fitteds. Got my cousin in Miami Dolphins fitted and I got me a Yankees joint. That's where I got the green and gold over there up in the Bronx. And then I went down. I was still in the Bronx, but I was kind of more south. So I wasn't that north. I was more south. And then there's a spot. I forget where it's at, bro. This spot was near man, I can't. It's kind of on the border between like Bronx and Manhattan. But over there, that's where I got I forgot the name of this place, man. I think it's Diallo's, like Diallo's or something like that. Diallo's down in South Bronx or like west or east. I can't remember exactly. Couldn't tell you. But that's where I got my Mets joint. You know what I'm saying? Green and orange. So yeah, I was just going around buying gear the whole time. Went to Barclays, went to Flatbush Ave, you know what I'm saying? Over there, Brooklyn, got me a Brooklyn Nets hat. Had to go into them zones. I was like, I want the experience of going to the actual place. I want to visit the actual places where the teams play, and I want to get the stuff there. That's what I like doing when I travel. But I'm not traveling right now. If I travel, it's gonna be for Beyblade and filming my friends. But that's about it. But I want to start doing a little more in the future. I need to go to Spokane. I need to visit my friends over there. And I want to go to Bellingham. I've always driven through Bellingham, but I've never like stopped through. So I want to go to tournaments in both of them places. Excuse me. I already documented Portland, Oregon, but I want to make sure I document everyone because I got Tacoma too. We're starting up that Tacoma group, so I want to document the Tacoma people as well. Got a signed purple and gold custom New York Yankees hat, and it's fire. Ooh, who signed it though? Who you get to sign it? Man, you know what's crazy is what's it called? Aaron Judge, man. Aaron Judge hit that ball and against the Red Sox. He hit it over the out of Fenway Park. What is that? Boston Red Sox. That's Fenway, right? He hit that thing out the park, bro. That shit crazy. Shout out to Aaron Judge, man. Hey, shout out to Aaron Judge, but Cal Raleigh's really up there. Cal Raleigh's my guy right now. You already know. He's gonna be the home run champ. Get the most home runs this year, man. He number one right now. It's crazy because he's just sitting there. He's squatting the whole game playing catcher, so his legs is hella strong. Pause. Yeah, you know. He's just sitting there and just. Well, Cal Raleigh's over here. You know what's crazy is well, yesterday was Father's Day. So JP Crawford, I think he's a new dad, and he hit like a. Did he hit the grand slam? I think he might have hit the grand slam yesterday. That shit crazy. Summer, what's going on, Summer? Hey, I ain't seen you in a long time, Summer. Welcome back. Appreciate you being here as always. Love and appreciation, Summer. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, Cal Raleigh and JP right now. That's the one too. But I think JP Crawford got the. I think JP Crawford got the grand slam, or he got a like a home run or something like that. I think he got a base hit and then I forget the exact stats. I wasn't paying attention. Like that was one of those 12:40 games or 11:40. It was one, I think 12:40. So when I was on the way to Chinatown yesterday, I'm on the bus. You know, I see a whole bunch of Mariners jersey. I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of them afternoon games. It's Sunday. I already know. And then also I seen a lot of Sounders jerseys. And I was like, oh, I forgot we got the. It was a something game. Somebody had brought it up because I went to No Kings. They had the No Kings rally in March on Saturday. So I went to that, and I had happened to have a Seattle Sounders jacket on. So some lady, she does a little, pops the sleeve real quick and say, "You going to the game?" I was like, "They got a game tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah," and it was like a something classic. I forget what she called it. I was like, "Yeah, it's interesting because the Sounders they be up and down right now, but I root for my teams all the time, every way, man." Carlos Rodon, okay, Rodon, that's crazy. Hey, but that's what do you say? Purple and gold is fire though. That's a color. That's a fire colorway. I'm gonna tell you why I like purple and gold because on this side we got the UW Huskies, so I like them, man. Fuck with the Huskies. I need to go back to their games, man. We went to go watch Huskies versus Arizona Sun Devils. This is football. This is when Michael Penix was still playing, and Michael Penix and what's my guy? I think Adunze was there. Is that his name? There was like three of them. There's like three of them that went to the league, three or four. There's also a couple of defensive linemen and O lines, like a bunch of Samoan dudes, I believe, some Ooses, young Ooses out there, and they went to I forget what teams they went to, man. They got picked up. Seahawks picked up somebody. I forgot dude's name from UW. But yeah, Michael Penix, we got to watch him. He was down. It was like 3-7 or like 3-10 or something like that against the Sun Devils, third, fourth quarter or second half or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just sitting there throwing them Hail Marys. They start getting down the field, start running it, rushing it, and we just won the game by like 3. I think we won the game by like 3 or something, 3 or 2, I forget. But yeah, I watched that live. That was crazy. I need to go back to them Husky games, man. It's fun. You know, I make it a family thing. I like taking my dad and my brother out to those. The funny thing is, like, the Mariners games are actually cheaper. You know what I'm saying? If you go to baseball games, $10 a ticket if you're in the 300s. It's a pretty good view, honestly. You're looking down, so that's one thing I really like. Get that view from the top. You know what I mean? But if you wanna, if you get maybe like 50, $70 per ticket, you can go kind of right field but a little deep, but you might catch a home run. You know, somebody hits a home run into the little whatever. If you're in the front, you know, there's these kids that were literally like 2 or 3 rows ahead of us, and they got 2 home run balls, which is crazy. I was like, bro, we were literally 3 rows away from catching a home run. But like, you know, the sun's like right in front of you too, so you're over here staring at the sun. A home run ball might hit you in the head, so you got to be careful. And those balls are heavy. The baseballs, that shit is heavy, bro. Balls. But yeah, how's it going? And like, what was I gonna say? The Kraken tickets are right now are going up, but I don't know. They might be going down after last season. No shade. It's just like, man, they be cutting it close, and then they be losing games, man. Cheapest tickets is baseball. Got to get them baseball tickets. Storm too. The storm prices went up too after. You know what's interesting? There was one year people were iffy about watching WNBA, and then literally within a year and a half, you know, all the stuff that was happening in college, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cardoso, you know what I'm saying, Haley Van Lith, all them girls in all them different schools, all, you know, they started balling out. Paige Buckers was still doing her thing, you know what I'm saying. So was Juju was on the rise, but not there yet. A couple other girls that got drafted, I forget exactly. Oh, what's her name? Cameron Brink or whatever. Like all them girls that were in different teams, like they just started making a lot of noise. Obviously, they look good too, so the good looking ones was getting a lot of attention or whatever, right? So the mix of both things started creating the surgence, and then all of a sudden the prices of the tickets just started going up. So I was like, yo, this. I'm not mad though. At least they're getting paid, right? Used to play baseball. You still have Little League World Series baseball rings. They have Little League. They have Little League rings for championships. That's crazy. I'm trying to create some championship rings for Beyblade. I just want to create one just because I won one tournament for rank. That was it. I was like, I just want one ring. I'll look you want 4, but if I can get one, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with whatever. I'll be playing sweaty, man. I'll be playing sweaty, but that's crazy. When you played Little League, where did you play at? Were you playing in New York? I feel like New York has a what's the New York baseball scene like, man? Like for kids, you know what I'm saying? Over here, we got damn near all the sports going on, realistically. You know what I'm saying? You could join any sport. We have a lot of parks and fields over here, so you could find a little team or whatever, and then yeah, that would be fire. You played in California. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, somebody was breaking this down the other day. How like with New York, because of the way that the city is built, there's a lot more basketball courts, if that makes sense. So there's more basketball courts within the concrete jungle, as much as there's like actual courts indoors. But because of that, it's more of a basketball city because it's more of a basketball city compared to football. Even though even though they have a football team, if that makes sense. So I was like, that's really interesting. I don't know. I never thought of it that way, but it makes a lot of sense. But the Giants do got them 2 rings. They got 2 rings that they got from Tom Brady, which is crazy. It's crazy, man. Giants got the 2. So I'm hyped about that. But yeah, over here we got so many damn parks. You know, a lot of teams, a lot of minor league teams, and what's it called, G League teams and whatnot. They'll make their stamp in like certain areas. You know, we also got the I don't know if it's what is this? There's a Memorial Stadium where the actual Garfield plays, which is kind of cool. But then there's another team that plays there, and then there's another field somewhere in either Everett, Kent, or Tukwila. But that's where the Seawolves play, which is our rugby team. So we got the Seawolves too. We got a whole bunch of like teams, which is kind of crazy, man. Like I'm kind of hyped about that. I'll take it for what it is, man. I'm a little hyped. Yeah, the lady said, I don't even know if that was a lady, my bad. That could have been something like a they them, but they was saying come back around 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go back because I kind of want some ice cream, but I don't really need it. I was only trying to be like on live licking the ice cream. Like that's kind of sus. I didn't want to be that guy. You were never really a football fan. I feel that. Like I don't know if I feel that personally, but like yeah, I respect it because it's like I think growing up for me when I really started paying attention to the Seahawks, that was when like the St. Louis Rams were like fucking us up like damn near every season until like out of nowhere, Sean Alexander and Matt Hasselbeck made it to the Super Bowl, and then we got kind of robbed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, I'm salty about all that. We got robbed by the Steelers and the Patriots, bro. But we got kids over here that play football, so that's I think like I said, we got all the sports going on here, so it's like we kind of embrace all the sports realistically. We probably got some of the most. I think Seattle and Tacoma. I'll say both have the most, or I'll say the whole Washington State maybe has the most players in the NBA right now. Like we got hella players from everywhere from as far as Federal Way, Tacoma to Seattle to even like Bothell. Because like what's his name played in Bothell? Zach Levine played in Bothell, but I also think for a little bit Michael Porter Jr. is not from here. He's from St. Louis or Missouri or something like that, but he went to high school here. Marjan Beauchamp went to Garfield, you know what I'm saying? But he's from Yakima. So it's like we have a lot of it's a basketball city, man. It's really one of the things. I mean, you go back to like Doug Christie and Jason Terry kind of days, and even man, you know, Elgin Baylor went to Seattle University. He's not from here, but he went to Seattle University, so it's really interesting, man. A lot of people coming through the UW system, the SU system. It probably Elgin Baylor is the most biggest name out of that, but then I'm trying to think like Wazoo. I don't know who they had, but they had somebody. Also, Oregon is kind of under the radar too, but yeah, Northwest, man, we got some ballers out here. I forgot the fuck we was talking about. Oh, football. Yeah, I be thinking about that shit, man. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. On that same topic, Seattle Seahawks are having their 50th anniversary, 50 years of existence for Seattle Seahawks. So they did the top 50 players on there. Matt Hasselbeck made it. Sean Alexander made it. I forget who else they put on there. I think it was like obviously they put Zorn. That's like back in the day. That's before my time. They got Zorn and who am I forgetting, bro? I don't know if they put Steve Rabel. I don't think they put Steve Rabel on there, but that'd been kind of cool, like an honorable mention. You know what I'm saying? That'd been kind of cool. Definitely Matt Hasselbeck, definitely Sean Alexander, but pretty much all the Legion of Boom was in there. Uh, top 50. Marshawn is in there. Russell's in there. Shit. Doug Baldwin in there. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Lockett got to be there. You know what I mean? California, but I don't know who all plays on their team. California. So, but are you in like SoCal? You in NorCal? You know what I'm saying? Because I know like California, Texas, Florida, and New York have like the most teams. You can argue Chicago, but Chicago has like two baseball teams, I guess. I don't know if that count. But yeah. But yeah, California just as a state has hella teams. I mean, Texas got like California got what? They got Golden State, Sacramento. In terms of basketball, Sacramento, Clippers, Lakers. It's ridiculous, man. Y'all got hella teams, bro. In general, that's just hella teams. South SoCal. So yeah, are we saying football? Or are we saying like I mean, even in SoCal, there's a lot of players that came out of like Compton and Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them guys are like fans of they grew up being fans of the Clippers because I don't know if you know this story, but like the Clippers, they used to play. They used to both play out of I forgot what the Lakers arena is called. Goddamn, it's gonna bug me now. But where they used to share the same stadium as the Lakers. But the thing was, they would advertise their tickets to families in like Compton and Inglewood. Little $10, $15 tickets per game type shit. So it was like for more affordable games for families. So the Clippers were always a favorite for like the hood areas and whatnot. So a lot of people growing up there, like Paul Pierce, he's from that area. He'll sit there and say like, "Hey man, I always wanted to play in the Clippers because he's from the area and he used to be able to go to the games." But over here we had a time period where they would give out free tickets to elementary kids. I think my first Sonics game was Supersonics versus the Portland Trailblazers, and I got it from like doing Team Read or something. Team Read is like the program where like you just kind of you read books and then you put the hours of and the names of the books that you put into the pot and like a bowl or whatever. Take the name out the bowl, you get some free tickets to a game. And the only thing that I would always write on there was only thing I would always write is Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide. That's the only book I'd read. Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide. And then they pulled my name out one time, which is funny as hell. But I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I'm gonna end it on this. I'm gonna end it on this because we got like 10 minutes, so we good. My favorite supersonic of all time. Hold on, let me get up in view because I got the. You can see it, man. See how supersonics on the shorts right here. You don't see how supersonics right there. My favorite supersonic of all time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody asks me if is it Gary Payton, is it Ray Allen, Rashad Lewis? Nah, man. It's my guy Desmond Mason. And I'm gonna tell you why it's Desmond Mason, aka the Cowboy. Desmond Mason's nickname was the Cowboy, and he was like a I think he won a dunk contest. I might have to double check on that. But either he was playing in Seattle or playing in Milwaukee at the time when he won the dunk contest. But AKA the Cowboy, Desmond Mason. In my elementary, we had this one day, right? For like the Sonic Kingdom, our school, we had an assembly. So everybody come down to the assembly. We got special guests, and then we had like two Supersonics coming there. So if I remember correctly, it was Desmond Mason. He might have been there with Vin Baker or like another rookie. I can't remember exactly. It might have been. Actually, it might have been him and Damian Wilkins maybe. I don't think it was Damian Wilkins. It was Desmond Mason and one other person though. But it was like a rookie. So like they have this bowl, right? They got the bowl with the names in it, and like I said, I would always because my teachers would they get mad at me. They're like, you need to read more books. I was like, I don't care. You read something at home for an hour, and then you write down the name of the book and you put it on the slip. I was like, all right, whatever. So I put Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide on every single slip because I would literally read the manual for an hour and then play the game for like an hour. So I kept on filling out these team read slips. One hour Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide. I just put it inside the little bowl. One day they pulled out the whole bowl during the assembly when Desmond Mason was there and the Seattle Supersonics were there. They pull out my name, me and like three other kids or something like that. Two other kids, three other kids. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm assuming. Hold on. Tell Rob, what's going on, Rob? I'm telling a story about my favorite Supersonic, Desmond Mason. So anyway, he has the jar or the bowl or whatever. Pulls my name out, two, three other kids, and then Desmond Mason's like the kids' names that I pulled out. I want you guys to come up here and shoot some basketball with me. So we're throwing the basketballs up. We're missing some shots. We're making them. The ones that we would miss, he'd jump up there and dunk it on the hoop. So we're just shooting the ball, and then he would jump up and dunk it. Like if we break it off the backboard or like the rim, he would sit there and dunk it and like put the putback in there and do a tip or whatever. That's what they call it. So anyway, Desmond Mason. Oh, what are they gonna say? This dude. I don't know why he singled me out, but he said, "What's your name again, man?" I said, "Oh, my name's James." He said, "All right." And he went on the mic and he goes, "All right, everybody, of James, he's gonna shoot a free throw right now. And if he makes it, the whole school gets autographs." I'm like, oh shit. So I'm over here because I know I'm trash, bro. I know I'm trash at basketball. I'm hella mad. I'm like, damn, bro, I already know I'm trash. I got no aim. So anyway, I shoot the first one, and then it rims out or bricks out or whatever. And he gets back on the mic and says, "Hey, don't worry, that's just a practice shot." And he just gives me a little pep talk. He just kind of, he's tall as shit. He's like 6'5" or whatever. He just comes down and he's like, "Hey, don't worry about it, man. You see that square? Just concentrate on the square and try to throw it at it." Because he's talking about the square behind the rim. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, same thing. Hit it, hits the backboard, kind of bounces off a little bit, goes straight in. Whole crowd, whole school is just cheering and shit. I was like, ah. So then for like a couple of days, I'm getting handshakes on the school bus, getting handshakes at the hallways. Oh, he got us a autograph. Ah. Anyway, like a week later, because he does sign it. It's like the Seattle school stamp was on it, on the top of the paper. He signs the paper, you know what I'm saying, and just puts like a Desmond Mason or whatever like that. And then they photocopy like 300 copies, bro, like 300, 200 copies or whatever. So I'm like, damn. And then everybody was trying to stick up for me, like, hey, man, James made the shot. He should get the original copy. But they kept that copy inside the office somewhere. I'm like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But anyway, I felt like I was on top of the world. Everybody was like celebrating me. I'm in second grade, feeling good about myself. I'm like, damn, I'm feeling good about myself, man. I don't know how. And like, it's funny because all my classmates were like, they were like, I'm not gonna say they were jealous, but they were like, "Yo, we know you don't read books, bro. Like, we know the only book you read is Pokemon Yellow." I was trying to explain to them at recess. I was like, "Bro, I don't even be reading like that. I just read Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide. When I fill out the little, the little book marker with my hours and shit, I put Pokemon Yellow Strategy Guide and I throw that shit in the jar. And I just got my name picked. I don't know, man. So shout out to Pokemon Yellow. I might have to play that game and record it, low key. That's all it took. And I guarantee you, like a month or like a week later, then some other shit happened that got me in trouble at school. So then all that shit kind of went away. But that's a longer story. Second grade, feeling like a champ. I know, man. I was feeling good. I was like, damn, you know, I was. And it's funny because at that time I was watching so much cartoons and like anime, so I had one of those like anime moments, and I had like music in the background playing in my head. I was like, damn, I'm feeling good. This is crazy. But I almost felt guilty. That's why the other feeling was like feeling guilty because I was like, I don't read actual books. I just read the strategy guide. That's why my name was in the jar. But then my friends were telling me like, yo, fuck it, that still counts as reading. Like you got a chance to go up there and shoot a free throw with Desmond Mason. Like that's cool. Like you're cool. Don't worry about it. And I was just like, all right, man. If they're telling me it's cool, I'm gonna let it go. But I still kind of carry that guilt a little bit because it could have been another kid. Who knows? Bro was the most respected second grader. So here's the funny part, right? We're most respected second grader for 1 week, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. For only 1 week, I guess I have to tell you the second part of the story. So after that week, I remember there was this thing where my teacher would say, because I had her from first, second, and third. She was like, every summer, I want you guys to go to the library and do these reading programs at the library because you're going to be back in my class. So I want you guys over the summer to go here, sign up for the program, and do that throughout the summer. So when you come back to school, you'll be more sharp and stay sharp throughout the summer. And I'm telling her, I'm like, listen, my parents don't take me anywhere. We ride the bus places. We don't have a car. They can't drop me off somewhere. They can't pick me up. They have to go by bus. So they just rather keep me at the house. I was trying to explain it to her every year. He was like, James, I know you didn't sign up last year. So this year I want you to sign up. And the only way for me to sign up was to not catch the school bus after school, right? So I had to skip the school bus, and then I had to walk to my friend's house, and then my friend would take me because he lived like next to the library. He would take me from the library, from this house to the library, and then I would sign up for the program. Now here's what happened, because it's a routine to make sure the kids get on the school bus for whatever reason. So they just assume I'm on the school bus. I'm like one of the quiet kids, right? I didn't catch the school bus that day, and I told the bus driver, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not catching it." I told some of my friends that were catching the school, my same school bus, like, "Hey, I'm not getting on the bus today." They're like, "Are you sure? Is it cool?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't know why I said it was fine." Walk home with my friend to his house. His mom asked, like, "Hey, is it okay? You should call home to let them know." I said, "No, it's fine. This is all my bad." I go with him to the library, sign up for the program. I was like, "That's all I got to do?" I was like, "Yeah, that's all you got to do." I was like, "All right, cool." Go back to his house. We're at his house now. We're watching Toonami. It's like after school, so it's Toonami, it's Hamtaro, it's Rurouni Kenshin, it's all that shit, just like playing on that time of day, right? So we're just watching Toonami and shit, and we're just eating snacks. And then he's like, "Are you trying to build a fort?" We go on. He lives in an apartment, but he have a front porch of the apartment. We start building a fort. We're spending like an hour and a half, 2 hours and shit hanging out. And then his mom's like, "Hey, have you called home yet?" I was like, "Yeah, I should probably call home now." I call home. Come to find out, my mom was over here crying. My mom and grandpa are crying because for whatever reason, they waited at the school bus stop, and I wasn't on the school bus. So everybody's panicking, like, "Where the fuck is James? Where is he?" And then they thought I went missing somewhere. They thought I got abducted or some shit. And I'm just calling, like, "No, I'm just at Malik's house. I'm at my homie's house right now. We're just sitting here playing games and shit." And then my school teacher, the second grade teacher, she had to drive from her house to my friend's house, pick me up. And she's over here lecturing me and arguing with me in the car, like, "Why didn't you call home? That's the first thing you're supposed to do, call home." And I had to try to tell her, I was like, "Listen, you told me to sign up for the after school program. You told me to sign up for the library program. That's what I went and did. I went and did it today. You pressured me. You're like, hey, you better do it this year." So I went and did it. And then she didn't want to take no accountability for like putting the pressure on me. So then later, like that's why I said I came back to school the next day. She puts me on blast in front of the whole classroom. He's like, "Yeah, we have somebody who yesterday had their mom worried, and this is a lesson to never let your mom worry, never let your parents worry. You should always let people know where you're at." And I had to stand up in front of the class and kind of just like I'm sitting there crying like a little kid and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? But anyway, like I said, I was respected and loved for like a week, which is funny as hell. But I'm over here just trying to sign up for school programs and watch Toonami and shit. That's also on me though. You're supposed to call home. In my mind though, I'm like, I think I'm good. I'm gonna walk home from here. I'm good. And this is like early 2000s Seattle, where it was grimy. Thought I got kidnapped. Exactly. It was kind of crazy. So it was a little different in that time period. But for me, I was like, I've walked through the neighborhood before. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Also, we had dudes with principals, like people that like had principals and stuff. So they weren't messing around with kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? They seen a little kid walking home. They would just ask you like, "Bro, where are you going? Are you going home? You better go home." If they knew you were like 6, 7 years old, like, go the fuck home. We don't want you walking around here right now. So we had people like that. That's why I am the way I am, though. I be seeing kids walking home from school. I'm like, bro, hurry up and get the fuck home. Get out the street. It ain't even crazy out here, but just go home. I'd rather them walk home with their friends type shit. My bad. Yeah, back then no cell phones. Yeah, you can imagine that landline. Just sitting there calling different landlines and shit. Crazy times, good times though. Yeah, I was like I said, I'm losing my breath out here. I ain't had nothing to drink in a minute. There go my 60. There go my 60, bro. Yeah, that shit, that like fame feeling was like short lived. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. And like it's funny because I was new. That's why it's weird. This is another lesson about like the least amount of participation will get you places. You still remember your old original landline number? Same here. I'm trying to change my cell phone number to my old landline number. That'd be kind of cool if I could do that. I don't know if someone got it though. I gotta double check. Excuse me. I'm dehydrated, bro. I'm hydrated right now. I'm about to go back and edit this video. What I'm saying? Combine the clips and upload it. So I'm trying to upload it right now. But so I'm walking back. But that's a lesson about minimal participation, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? The reason why I say that is because I wasn't I wasn't reading a variety of books the way they wanted me to. But like read a variety of books for an hour. Read books you haven't read before for an hour. Even if it's your favorite story. Try a different book. Try different stuff. That was the thing. For me, I would literally read the same strategy guide, Pokemon Yellow strategy guide that came with a storyline. So it was like an hour's worth of reading because I'm a slow reader. But that was my participation slip. I was like, let me just sign that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. It's just like that's what it is. Minimal participation, bro. Like I was doing it in my own way, but you can get away with it. You can win in life. Your name gets drawn. Basically, your name gets drawn from the jar. You know what I'm saying? By simply just being in the mix. So that's why, like, even when I'm doing this shit, when you see me on the lives, just doing minimal whatever, this is what I normally would have did. But why not just sit there and put it on live? Why not sit there and chat with the people? Because the thing was, if the questions were never asked, if nobody never said nobody's the name of the person in the chat, never said most respected second grader ever in history, I wouldn't have given you the backstory of what happens next. But that's what I'm saying is like, yada yada. Your name gets put out the jar from simply just being in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I think about this sometimes too, like that's how luck works for me. You know, when I won the Beyblade tournament, when they did the first ranked, they decided that everyone would do 10 matches. And it's like, I'm not saying that my 10 was easy. I had some hard matches. I had 3 that I lost. I went 7-3, but I was still top in my division because we had 2 divisions for that. But it's like it's the luck of the draw of simply being there. And then the deck that you bring in, the 3-on-3 that you bring in, like that matchup, it all kind of worked out. So simply just being in the mix, you'll get places. There's a lot of people that show up to tournaments, they win their first tournament. You know what I'm saying? People will build the deck for them. It happens. I've seen it twice. Well, I've seen it once, excuse me. First time I heard about it was I heard about it 3 times. First time I heard about it, shout out to Amy Bot again. Amy Bot won her first tournament, I think in Bellingham or something. And then, or Seattle, I can't remember exactly. And then the second one was, I think June from the Tacoma group. He showed up to one of his first events. I don't know if they were ranked, but he did show up to one yesterday. He won that ranked event. And shout out to Manny, because Manny won his first event too. Even though Z gave him the blades, he still won. So just being in the mix, man. I gotta rehydrate, bruh. Throat's getting dry. Pause. Ugh, I'm getting killed out here. I'm also sick, so I got all the little phlegm mixed in. It's kind of nasty, you know. But nonetheless, man, that's good weather, man. That's good talking with everybody, chopping it up. I'm over here just trying to put them hours in. My phone cut off by itself at 40 minutes for the first live today, so I had to make up for lost time. And this would have looked like, what it sound like right here. I'm gonna get back in this library, man. If they got a little spot for me, I'm gonna sit there, do my editing, put the headphones in, lock in right before the finals game. No more recaps, man. We're not doing no more recaps. No more recapping Kill Tony. No more recapping NBA Finals. We're gonna stay to doing these. Stay locked in with just living life and checking in with people, checking in on each other. But yeah, man, we're gonna leave it at that right there. All right, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.